Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode in my Unreal Engine Open World tutorial series. So in this episode, I'm going to create a road and this road, the civilian characters follow this road. Let me go to the debug mode and show you. So yeah, this road is from this village, starting from this village and go to this shrine here up here. So as you can see, these are civilian characters who follows the road and go from village to there and from there to village, back and forth. So yeah, this is what I'm going to cover in this episode: road following civilians. Okay, so yeah, as I said yesterday, now I want to work on civilians who follows the road. Okay, so let's first define some blueprint. Alright, let's go to blueprints folder and I think I'll create a new folder. Let's call it NPC systems. PP road. So definitely the road should have a spline component to define the path of the road. I'll make it like this. I'll make the spline point type linear so it's easier to manage. Okay, now let me place one of those road components here. Oh, where did it go? Okay, let's choose here as the starting point. It should go this way. I think I should look at this in the top view so it's easier to do this. So in the perspective view we can change the height of this spline point. Height means the Z value. Okay. For now I'll stop it here. Right now this is the road blueprint. Let's go back to the perspective view and adjust each spline point's height to match the ground. Okay, now this is the road. Alright, now yeah, I have this brute character. This is the civilian class I have defined, and actually this class what it does is do some work. I think yeah, we implemented it in, let me show you. Yeah, we created this character in this episode 341 somewhere, 342. So yeah, basically what that character does is go to some random point and do some work, and then again go to some random point and do some work. So basically I created this guy for farming, but now I'm gonna create a child blueprint class. I'll call this one ch civilian for follower. Right, now this is the child class, and this is the AI behavior tree I have created for that guy, the civilian. So I am going to convert by doing only some modifications. I'm going to use this same behavior tree to make this guy follow roads. So first step is this guy need to know where the road is. Okay, so I'll place this guy here. Yeah, here it's good. And then here I'll add a new variable, road, and the type of pp road. Okay, now in the road I'll create a function get next point. Right, so here first I'll create another function get closest point, and for this one I need a new parameter and the type of float or vector, location, and in this spline I need to get the closest location on the spline to this given location. So for let's get location at distance along spline. So for the distance I'll promote this to a local variable. Let's call it distance, and the coordinate space should be world. Right, and then let's get distance from this point to this point like this. Alright, so before doing that I need to make sure the length of this spline is larger than the distance, otherwise we would have a problem. Branch, if this is true we should do this part. So if no, I'll need another variable, min distance. Okay, so this will hold the minimum distance from that point, the given point, to the calculated point on the spline. So I'll make this a very large number. If min distance is larger than this given distance, that means this should be the new min distance. So set, we need a branch here as well. Set min distance with this distance, and then get this one, add some value like 500, and set it. And go back here. Right, so when this check is completed, let's add a return node. Oh, we need another variable to hold the closest point as well. So I should set it here. If this is false, we can skip these two parts and go to this step, and then we should return the closest point. Is that over? Yeah. Now in the road follower, in the begin play, I'll get the road and get closest point from current actor location of this road follower actor, and I'll promote this to a variable. Let's call it current target. Okay, now this is the first place this guy should walk to. So yeah, if you remember, I initially developed a system for NPC enemy characters to follow a patrolling path. Now there I added the spline component within the character, but the reason I wanted to detach it from the AI character is because I want to reuse that for other AI characters as well. So to do that, I have to have a separate object to define the road. Right, now that we have completed that part, so if I show you this behavior tree for the civilian, here I have this set target location task. So here I get the next location from using this BPI NPC interface with this get next location function. So I'm going so I have already defined that here in the civilian class. It's just a random location around the current location, around the initial location of the character. So but now here, now that we have a road to follow, I'm gonna override that function, get next location, and we don't need this part now. As for the target location, I'm gonna give get the road and get we need another function here. Actually I started get next point. Okay, so we need to return something else here too, and that is this distance, because we need to know at which point this one where do we stand in the road, at what distance along the spline we are at the moment. So using that we can determine what is the next point along the road we should go. Okay, so I'm gonna return this mean distance. Oh no, actually no, this is not the one we should return. We should return the distance, this value at the point where we have the mean distance. So I'll duplicate this, closest spline length, closest length on spline. Okay, I hope that is clear to you, and I'm gonna set it here. Oh, this is too low. Closest spline length. Okay, and I'm gonna set it with the distance value at the moment, and that's the value I should return here, not this one. Okay, and we need to save that value as well. Let's call it road distance on road. Okay, shall we call it target? Yeah, target distance on road. Now here get next point, and here we need to have an input in the type of float. I'll call it target distance. And we need to return get the spline, and first let's get the length of the spline, and first we need to make sure this one is larger than, sorry, this one is smaller than the spline length, and also we need to make sure this one is larger than 0, because we can't return a value for a negative number. Okay, so this one and this one, if the end of both these conditions are true, let's make a branch. If end of both conditions are true, we should return a valid point, otherwise we should return that we have, otherwise that means we have reached an end of the path. So yeah, first I'll create a new boolean variable as the output, end reached. Here it should be false, here it should be true, and we need another function in the type of vector location next, or let's call it next point. And the next point, if both of these conditions are true, so we can get a location, a distance along the spline. This should be the world space. I said it world space here, right? Yeah. And the distance is target distance, and return that value. Okay, now here I'll define another variable, let's call it step. It should be 500, let's say, and get the target distance. Let's do it like this, get the target distance and add a step value to that, and set it as the new target distance. Set target distance on road. We don't need this one, but still I'll keep it here just in case. Oh no, well, we can take it if we want again. And then get the next target, and here let's set a branch. If this is true, that means we have reached an end, so we should set step negative of itself. So that means we should turn around and go back. And call this function again. If this is false, we can safely return the next point. Alright, now let's make this road variable public so that here we can set that value as the road, pp road. Okay, now let's go into behavior tree, and I will temporarily disable do we have to disable it? Yeah, to make things simple, I will temporarily disable this, and now let's not disable it. Let's go to this set working here. Okay, I'll disable working for now like this. By doing this, always to return false, that means he is not working. Okay, and I have set up navigation invokers and nav mesh, navigation volume already, because I already worked on NPC enemy characters, so I don't have to do anything else. Just to make sure, yeah, I have navigation data. We can check it by pressing P, and let's play the game and see what happens. Oh, he's waiting for 5 seconds. Oh, alright, I think we should disable this. Wait, yeah, for now let's disable it. Not here. How to delete this? Oh, I can't delete this. How to break this one? Let's duplicate and delete. Okay, in that way I can make sure that I already still have this when I need. Okay, and let's play now. Okay, now he's following the road. Oh, why is going back? Okay, I think I know what's going on, because before this guy reached the end of the path, I guess before he walk into the target location, I guess he get the call to return. So yeah, to see what's his target location, let's do a line trace here. trace by channel. I'll set this one with the value I get from here, and then let's add vector, maybe 300, and add another one -300, and I'll keep the debug type persistent. So that I can see where is this guy trying to go. Alright, now you can see the point he is trying to go, like this. Oh, what happened here? Right, I guess he received an unreachable point here. That must be the case. But how did that happen? Okay, we do already have a solution, because let's split this and get the hit location, so that we can make sure that we receive a point that this guy can navigate into. Is this the best way to do this? And maybe get reachable navigate. Let's do it like this. Radius I'll keep 100. And let's return that and see if that works. From this point onward he can't. Why? What's going on here? I think we should be able to understand it if I keep this wait time, and let's make it 1 second. Let's show navigation data as well. Oh, okay, after this point we don't have navigation data. Alright, so that could be the problem, but I wonder why we don't have navigation data here. See, let's check the nav mesh then. Now let's duplicate this character and place here. See if it can generate navigation data. Then what's the problem? Okay, as I can see, the problem is navigation data is not being updated as the character moved. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some search on how to fix that. So yeah, that's the problem here. Okay, so until I find a solution for that, I'll do a cheap workaround for it. I'll duplicate this character and place here so that I can make sure nav mesh data is generated around that area too. But wait, why it does not have nav mesh data? What's wrong? It should generate nav mesh data around this character because this one has navigation invokers. Maybe I should restart the engine. Okay, I found the issue. So in this navigation mesh setting, I had set somehow it has been set to static, but I am pretty sure that I set it to dynamic before. Right. Anyway, I'll make it dynamic, and yeah, now this character should be able to walk in the along the road without any issue. Okay, let's see. And if I enable navigation measures, you can see it is being updated like this. Good. I'll disable that. Now he can walk. Okay, and yeah, this path is too long, so I'm not going to wait until he reached the top. Oh, but without that I don't think I can test it, the turn in behavior. Okay, let's try a simpler way. Let's add multiple instances of the same character. Let's duplicate this one and place him one of them here, and another one closer to the end. Like this. Okay, now let's play the game. And I'll go to the debug camera mode so I can observe these characters. Now he should turn around and go back after coming to this point. Awesome, he's doing that. What about these characters? Okay, they are coming. And here we have another one. Okay, so I think I can stop this episode at this point, and now we can remove this weight. We can make it 0, and so by doing that we can make the character continuously go without stopping and waiting. And also I'll make this step, instead of 500, maybe 1500, because yeah, that would look cool, I guess. And let's check it once again, like this. Yeah, much better. Alright, so I'll stop this episode at this point. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Link would be in the description below. And I'll release another project file update soon with this new road following system for NPC characters. And thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.